Hello Libra, this is your horoscope for April 2020. Thanks for joining me. On the 3rd of April, Mercury, the communication planet, sits right on top of Neptune, so they conjunct each other. Neptune is the water planet of dreams and imagination, and the transiting midheaven, which is your work, is also sitting on top of Neptune and Mercury. So the way you're thinking and dreaming about your working life at the beginning of April is something that can really reveal what it is you want to do. And especially if you're someone who as a child wanted to be a star, or if you wanted to be a public figure, or if you wanted to be a musician or an acrobat or a gymnast or a politician, someone in the limelight. If you wanted that, for the Libra leaders out there, the 3rd of April is the time to pick that dream up again and to live it from home because of the lockdown. So use technology. Technology is your friend at the moment to connect with other people. 4th of April is hugely important. Jupiter, the lucky planet of growth and good fortune, sits on top of, so it conjuncts Pluto, the planet of transformation and change. And that's in your 4th house of family, in the sign of Capricorn at 24 degrees. So you've got to work a little bit to achieve the connection that you usually do. And for you, Libra, you're going to find this a little bit of a struggle because you find it more work. So rather than just being with someone in person and having a chat to them, you now have to pick up the phone and WhatsApp and FaceTime, all of that. And it feels like work. So don't get glum and don't get down about it. Instead, use it to realize that what is it that I wanted to do that put me in the limelight? Excuse me. And ask yourself that. As well, on the 4th of April, Venus moves into Gemini. Venus is the planet of love and beauty and creativity and your ruler. And it's in the 9th house of travel, expansion, the higher realms, growth. And in Gemini, which is a Roman numeral 2, a doorway to go through. So again, Libra, sorry, but you're going to feel like I want to connect with other people. I want to travel, which you can't at the moment because we're on lockdown. So expand your mind, travel intellectually, practice astral projection. Practice things that you've never given a chance to before. You may discover something really hidden inside of yourself that you love to communicate or learn. So this is the time to be willing and teachable, dear Libra, okay? On the 7th of April, we have Mars, ambition, squaring, so causing friction with Uranus, chaos and energy. Ambition is in your 5th house of romantic relationships, joy, children, having fun. And Saturn is there as well. So you feel entitled to have fun, or you feel entitled to have contact with other people. And it squares Uranus. And this whole thing that's being imposed on you is really inconvenient for you guys. You're really annoyed by this. So I'm just trying to think, what can you do to resolve it? Work hard on speaking to people and make sure you pick up the phone. And also revisit your dreams and look at what you wanted to be one day. What did you want to be when you grew up and you gave up on that because it was just a pipe dream? Revisit that, please, because you'll be able to do something with it. On the 8th, we have a full moon in Libra in your sign. I'll make a separate video on the full moon and the new moon. But for you guys, what you need to know is that it happens in your 1st house of self. So the full moon is going to shower you with your energy. So on the 8th of April, you're going to feel amazingly connected. And it's not going to be such hard work. You'll get a reprieve. On the 11th of April, Mercury, the communication planet, moves into Aries in your 7th house of relationships and stays there until the 28th when it moves into Taurus. So Mercury, the communication planet, sits next to the midheaven, your work, Chiron, the wounded healer, and the Sun, your identity. All in Aries, the sign of the ram. Let's go, let's do this. And it's in the 7th house of relationships, so do something independently that comes from yourself and put everything in place so that you can work with other people when this all dies down. But ask yourself, what is it that I really wanted to do? Because it's self at the moment. You are very much relying on yourself and you trust yourself. And I would say you're in a pretty good place at the moment, Libra. So use our time to look at, especially people who like to work with others, psychologists, psychics, astrologers, counselors, carers, social workers. Yeah. You can do that independently without prompting, just because you feel it's something you need to do. On the 23rd of April, we have the new moon in Taurus, and the new moon is in your 8th house of institutions, other people, so governments, the rules, and Uranus sits in between the sun and the moon. So the new moon is when the moon pulls in loads of Taurus energy, and I'll make a separate video on this, but it's also pulling in chaos with it. So it may be that there's some major disruption in your connection with institutions. Maybe the country imposes more severe lockdown measures, but it's a physical reality that's going to interfere with what you're trying to do. On the 25th of April, Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, goes retrograde, and it sits next to Jupiter still, the lucky planet, in Capricorn in your 4th house. When Pluto goes retrograde, you look for the transformation within. So you're asking yourself, how can I be a better father? How can I be a better mother? How can I be a better son, daughter, grandmother, grandfather, sister, brother? So that's what I get for you. It's not you're in a good place, but for you guys, Libra, this is not the easiest month for you, because it's all about other people. Other people right now are hard work to get to in a physical sense, because you have to keep 2 meters apart. Is that right? So do the work because you like people, and use the opportunity of this lockdown to really discover what you like working with and how you like working with people. So that's what I get for you for April. I hope you have a lovely month. If you'd like a personal reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com, and you can order your reading with me there. Have a look at the website anyway, because we're running a major discount at the moment because of the virus. Check that out. And if you like this video, hit the red subscribe button here on YouTube if you want to be part of the channel and this community that we've built here. And share the video if you really like it. I'd be ever so grateful. Have a wonderful month, and I'll speak to you soon.